Collinsworth, and we're giving you, I think, pretty much like the Da Vinci Code when it comes to boxing. This is boxing geometry right here. So
I like that. I like that name.
That's what you're gonna get watching this podcast. So on to the next one, Coach. I wanted to talk about give me a second here. I wanted to talk next about Joey Spencer's fight against Jesus Ramos, Coach.
Did people think Joey Spencer could fight? Like how they thought Platt could fight?
Yes.
Is that the problem?
I think that's exactly what happened.
Okay, listen, Joey Spencer, I've been on a show with him. We've been on a fight with him. And that's a little bit of guy, bro. He's not a junior middleweight. He's muscled up. He's not a junior middleweight. And this was gonna happen. If it wasn't Ramos, just so happened Ramos could fight. But if it wasn't Ramos, it was gonna be somebody else.
Ramos can really fight.
Yes. but yeah, absolutely. But if it wasn't Ramos, what I'm saying is, can you imagine they've been building Spencer? Yeah. So can you imagine if they had to throw Spencer in there with Jamel?
Yikes.
Oh, bro, I can't name a single junior middleweight that I even think he's competitive with, let alone win. Yeah. But again, he's a good athlete. You can see that. It's easy to see he's athletically inclined. But he was always fighting out his right size. He's very limited skills. Right. Just YouTube pity pats. And I was never a fan of that guy either. He ain't much of nothing to me.
No.
But I didn't root against him. I just knew, in fact, at the weigh-in, because I'm not real familiar with Ramos. Yeah, I'm not real familiar with Ramos, but what I've seen. All right, tell him something. Bought my son a new car, man.
Congrats.
What I was saying, Ram, yeah, you just starting to drive now. This is the last. No, I got one more after him.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was Ramos. Yeah. Ramos just so happened to fight, but at the weigh-in, I said to my crew, I said, y'all know this Ramos kid? Because if he can fight, that kid's in trouble. Just from looking at the size differential, I said, if this kid can fight, because Joey can't, not no real. Man, this shit sounds worse than what I mean. But I don't mean it like that, guys. But he really can't, bro. He really can't, bro. He's like, he's not skilled at all. But I want the world to know I mean boxing ability. Not athleticism, not, again, he probably could beat the shit out of a tire with a maul. He probably could do that to death. He probably could. You ever see, you know what pissed me off about the Creed movies? The Creed movies took every bullshit boxing drill, every one of them, and put them in the movie, bro. But I say that's why the boxing sucks in the Creed movies, because y'all train fucked up.
Right.
They playing all the gimmick shit. If it's putting your foot in a tire, beating a tire with a sledgehammer, all the gimmick shit, bro, they put in there. But never mind working a heavy bag proper, shadow boxing proper. Oh, okay, I got you. All right. What I was saying.
Never mind working a heavy bag proper, shadow boxing.
So I knew it was just a matter of time with that guy anyway, bro, because he ain't very talented, and it was brutal. And his dad did the right thing. One second, bro. 1 second.
Yeah. His dad did the right thing. I'm not going to be as brutal as Coach Derek, you guys. I think, I don't want to say the guy can't fight at all. I mean, but I totally understand what Coach Derek is saying, because just the ability, it's athletic ability. It doesn't mean it's boxing ability. And, I did want to say that I felt like Ramos, was just on another level. Just on another level. Manditas de Piedras in here. And he says Ramos is the truth. And, man, Ramos looked real good. Looked real good stopping Joey Spencer in the 7th round of that fight. Now, if I'm being honest, that fight wasn't even close. That fight wasn't even close at all. And yeah, I agree that Joey Spencer's dad did the right thing, because had Ramos, I mean, continued, had that fight continued, you know, the window of opportunity for him to win that fight was shrinking as the fight continued for Joey Spencer, and I just didn't see any chance at all for Joey Spencer to win that fight. So you know, let me know what you guys think in the chat, in the comments section. I'd love to hear it. We got a lot of comments in here. You know, let me see here. How would you compare Benavidez' style to Calzaghe's? Matt Cedillo asks. You know, I think Calzaghe is a lot more reliant on his athleticism, quickness. I think Calzaghe is a great boxer. I wish he would have had more fights against the best. I want to say, was it super middleweights in their prime? I mean, he got to Bernard Hopkins when he was a little bit older. Roy Jones, obviously a little bit older. He beat Jeff Lacey. I think Jeff Lacey was the only like prime guy that was a real threat. I guess you could say also Kessler when he fought Kessler. I wish he would have been around for the Super 6 tournament. That would have been a lot of fun. But yeah, I do think Calzaghe is one of the best. You know, one of the best to lace it up. I love his style. I do think it's different than Benavidez' style, though. You know, I think unless Coach can, you know, point something different out, you know, I think Benavidez, you know, more like Coach said, on his back hip, on his back foot, really understands his range and hard to deal with. Yeah, Coach. So I was just letting them know, you know, I was just letting him know I agree with you. I thought Spencer's dad did the right thing, and I thought he had just had no chance. He just had no chance in that fight. Completely out of
worse and worse. And let's give him props though. He was fighting.
Yeah.
He was fighting. He was gonna die on this. He was gonna die on what they say. What's that dumb shit they say?
And then someone asked,
shield or whatever that dumb shit is.
Yeah, and then someone asked, how would you compare Benavidez' style to Calzaghe's? I gave my opinion.
That's your guy, right? That's your guy, right?
Calzaghe. I think Calzaghe's good. I just think he's much more. I just think he's much more reliant on his athleticism than Benavidez. I like Benavidez' style better.
It's not quite apples to oranges, and I see why somebody may pick up on something. I test whoever asked that question. I ain't seeing the comments right now. I test Davis better than Calzaghe. As good as Calzaghe is. Calzaghe was great. I wasn't no big fan, but he could fight. I say Davis better. Let's see if he proves it, right? Because Calzaghe is proven he's got to be in the hall and shit, right? Got to be.
Yeah, he's got to be. I mean, I just told people I wish he would have fought more guys like that were real good.
He wouldn't have had the career he had if he did. That's what they don't want to talk about. But go ahead, man. And not saying he ducked nobody or nothing either.
No, he didn't. He didn't duck anyone. It's just the opportunities and the big names weren't really there for him.
And who wants to go to Wales, bro? I mean, who's gonna go over there? You're not gonna win. You know, you got to kill him.
Decision. Yeah.
Right. So and he wasn't coming here. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
He was worried about coming here too. Look, Calzaghe is good. Whoever asked that question, because he's probably a Calzaghe guy. I'm not shitting on Calzaghe at all. But my eye test says Davis probably better.
Yeah.
More boxing ability. As great as Calzaghe was.
Yeah, I agree. I felt Calzaghe a little more reliant on his quickness and athleticism. David doesn't need to rely on
like that. And Dave, bro, it's hard for me to explain to people just how much it's boxing, bro. That's all it is. Yeah. He's got his size and shit. Don't get me wrong, and he utilizes it, but it's correct.
And Matt Cedillo, Manitas de Piedra says Ramos is the truth. Matt Cedillo says Ramos toyed with him in the last few rounds. I thought he toyed with him the whole time.
Out the gate.
And then
out the gate.
Yeah, and then Manitas de Piedra says, I'm excited for Arizona. Lots of talent undiscovered, and Benavidez family, Ramos family leading the way. Manitas de Piedra, I wanted to say something about that. And, Coach, I've sent you a video.
What is that? I know one is hands. What's Manitas? What's that?
Hands of stone.
Nah. I don't know what that ain't Manos de Piedra is
Yeah, that's Hands
what's
of Stone.
Manita? Is that
I
hands
guess
too?
Manita's
I
is
don't know
Little
Spanish,
Hands.
guys. I don't know Spanish, guys. Sorry.
Little Hands, but maybe it's a play. Little Hands. Yeah, there he said
Okay,
Little Hands.
awesome name now.
Yeah.
Awesome name now. I like that shit.
After Michael Carvajal. There you go. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm such a Michael
Manita's.
Carvajal fan, bro. That's one of my guys too, man.
When you
Hell
say
yeah.
itas in Spanish, it just means like a smaller
Okay,
version of whatever
so
it
he
is.
ain't
So,
he ain't Roberto Duran. He's Michael
right,
Carvajal. I
right,
got it.
right.
I got it. I got it.
So
Michael Carvajal was a bad boy, man. Woo, woo. Yeah, with that shag, he had that long shag in the back. Yeah, I remember.
for sure. So we're switching now. We're switching gears. Now we're going to be talking about Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. They're going to be fighting.